Miami. It's as American of a place as they come, though at times it doesn't look or sound like America. A city that has captured our imaginations for decades. Fantasy, carefully packaged and sold by many a movie and video games. It draws you in with its unapologetic materialism, pastel-colored sunsets taken in from a boat, shiny, tan bodies and six-pack abs, 0% state income tax, the overall promise of a luxe life. Of course, there's more to Miami than its popular image. But for now, who am I to resist?
Hi from Miami Beach, paradise right here in the United States of America. This, ladies and gentlemen, is what you want. A sweating cocktail, a fresh coconut. That is delicious. The sun here, an umbrella to protect you from it. I could definitely get used to the Miami lifestyle. You know, we're always kind of casually looking for a new home base because I don't know if San Francisco's our forever home, and Miami is putting up a pretty good fight. The 0% state income taxes don't really hurt either. You know, Miami probably has one of the strongest media identities in all of the US. It's just an incredibly well-known city. And it goes way back to, you know, it being a vacation destination in the 20s and 50s, and then being a retirement hub from the 50s to 70s. And then, of course, in the 80s, when you had this infusion of drug money, it was known for glamour and crime. In the 90s and 2000s, it became known as a big party destination and spring break destination. And that still holds true to this day, but now the city is entering a new chapter where it's branding itself as this finance and business hub of the American South. A lot of people have moved here in the last 5 or 10 years, really accelerated by COVID. And the state has been doing a lot to attract business here into the city. And you can really see that development. I mean, driving around here, you see cranes everywhere. So it's constantly evolving. And like many places around the world, it's quickly gentrifying. And that's a big part of Miami's current story. The water is super warm. At this time of year, there's a bit of seaweed, but it's still really nice. And because Miami is so far south, we're so close to the Caribbean and to Central America, the climate is really hot and humid. So we're at the beginning of summer now, so we still have kind of a nice breeze. It's very pleasant today, but in the middle of summer, it is like sticky and hot and steamy. So the climate is a really big part of the lifestyle here. People are outside all of the time. And because they're not wearing a lot, there's a big focus on, you know, your physical appearance and having a nice body. So the weather really shapes Miami's culture and lifestyle. You know, just pretending I'm in GTA right now. About to walk like this to be up to no good around town. Our friends were kind enough to invite us on this lovely boat on this beautiful Friday afternoon. So we're taking a casual cruise. We're gonna go through downtown. And I gotta say, I could definitely get used to this lifestyle a little bit. This is a quintessential part of the Miami experience. So if you visit, I highly recommend it. And if you somehow find yourself living in Miami, it is probably a wise decision to either acquire a boat or make yourself some friends with a boat, so this can be a part of your daily routine.
Miami has one of the best boating cultures anywhere in the world, thanks to its location and tropical climate. For many people here, boats are a lifestyle, a social space, a transportation option, sometimes even a home. The city has hundreds of marinas, yacht clubs, and waterfront properties, and sailing on a boat is one of the better ways to enjoy a day here.
You see the skyline here, very dense, full of skyscrapers. It's kind of like the financial district. So we're gonna be making our way through and getting a little city tour by boat, which is pretty awesome. How long have you been living in Miami?
About 17 years now.
Wow.
Yeah.
And originally from?
From St. Petersburg, Russia.
Well, tell me about your life in Miami. What do you do for fun?
I mean, it's a crazy city to be in. It's either music festival, or art festival, or it's a Formula One, or it's a World Cup right now. It's or fashion, something related to fashion. Like it's constantly something is happening here. So it's like, and you always have a FOMO. Like if I don't make it to one event, then I need to try to make it to another event. It's a lot.
So it's just like a fun city to live in.
It's a very fun city to live in for sure.
How big of a part of your life would you say boats are?
Boats are a very big part of my life because I actually had a business originally. I still have the business chartering boats. Boats are, I mean, it's almost every other week. You know, it's nice to have a lot of friends that own boats, and you get invited pretty much every other day, actually.
What's your favorite part about living in Miami?
You kind of live in a place where you feel like you are a tourist all the time. It feels like nobody works. Everyone is always smiling. Everybody's always like shirtless on the bicycle and
very fit.
And very
like
fit.
Very,
yeah, you have to be fit.
Oh,
I mean,
goodness.
how can you not be? You have the gym on the beach.
And with the weather, you have a strong incentive to not be wearing a lot of clothes.
Obviously,
all the
yeah,
time.
yeah.
So
You're
you
like,
want to keep things in tip-top shape.
Exactly, exactly. Yeah.
And Miami has kind of a reputation, I guess, for being maybe kind of like plastic or shallow. Do you think there's any truth to that?
I mean, there's definitely some truth to that. Absolutely, there are some places where you go and you would find that, and there are many places that absolutely do not have that. It's not everywhere. It's not true. There is a big mix of different people.
It feels like you can kind of choose the lifestyle you want. Like if you want the
Correct.
glitz and glamour and like, you know, the club and the luxury, like you can kind of have that.
Exactly.
But there's also different parts of the city where you can
Exactly.
live like real life, so to speak, too.
Yeah.
So, and I think like Miami also has a reputation for being really entrepreneurial and a place where you can start your own businesses. Like you have some really interesting things going on, right? You were telling us earlier.
Yes. I started my business here with the boats. I mean, because this is the place to be, and obviously the people that do live here, the demographic is like mostly it's people that are wealthy. It attracts people with money, and for me, that's where I thrive, because that's my target market. It's people that fly privately now, because now I'm mostly focused on private aviation. I charter private jets. It's very diverse, but most of the people, you have to have some money to live here. It's not crazy more expensive than other major cities, but it's there.
This here is Key Biscayne. It's an island. If you didn't know what a key is, I didn't. But it's obviously a very wealthy community. You can see the houses here are massive. Like they're estates, 100 million, 200 million, 300 million. And the boats in front of them, my goodness. This house behind me is really famous because it was in the movie Scarface. So the scene where Michelle Pfeiffer descends down the stairs and there's like a big elevator in there. This is it, and apparently it's currently on the market for a charming $237 million. So very affordable. I think we should buy it right now. Well, that was an absolutely amazing day. The sun is setting. Look at how beautiful it is. The water is so still. You can see the colors of the sky reflected on it. And the lights of the city are just starting to turn on and twinkle. It was an incredible day. We were so lucky to be able to be on this boat and make new friends and just have a really amazing time. Miami's showing up and out, I gotta say. It's baby's first night out in Miami. It's about 10:30 p.m. right now, and we are headed to a restaurant first where we're going to do a little pregame. Then we're going to go to a nightclub called Space, which I think is a pretty famous one in the city. And funny story about the person that we are going with, we are meeting a new friend named Greg. I have no idea what Greg looks like. I've never met him. We've texted a couple times, but he is friends with a former coworker of mine from 2017, who I also haven't seen for a couple of years. Greg is going out with a big group of friends. He was kind enough to invite us along. So, you only live once. Miami, of course, is world renowned for its nightlife, and things get started pretty late here. So I think people start having dinner pre-gaming maybe around 11 to 12. Maybe they get to the club at like 1 a.m. And I'm pretty sure the clubs here don't close. So it's similar to Berlin where it's open all weekend. So if you wanted to, you could just nonstop party the whole weekend through. But fact check me on that. But one thing is true, this is a party town, probably one of the best party cities in America, if not the entire world. Lenza and I are a little bit old and boring now, but we are coming out of retirement and we're trying hard to rally because when in Rome.
The night is off to a strong start. Just a casual dinner at this restaurant. We got a bottle of vodka. It's off to a good start.
Mayami is about as Miami of a restaurant as you can get, meaning that dinner doesn't start until midnight. And there's a DJ, dancing, bottle service, and of course, no Miami night is complete without professional fire dancers. Subtlety isn't a part of the vocabulary here. It's all excess, excess, excess. Just a nice, normal dinner. Nothing to see here.
Wait, where are we going? Where are we going?
Well, it's not a mic.
A quick stop at Greg's house to freshen up, and it's off to the main affair of the night.
We're at Space. It's our second venue of the night, and we're headed to a table. This should be a good time. This is one of the most famous clubs anywhere in the world. It's really nice. It's very Berlin-y, actually. 3 a.m., baby. Let's fucking go.
At 3 a.m., the party is just kicking off. Space is known for house and techno music, and DJ sets that last for 6 to 12 hours. The endurance sport version of nightlife. Our friends get a table and order another bottle of Grey Goose, the full Miami experience.
We got the full dots on the map treatment with the bottle service, our name on the sign and everything.
In the blink of an eye, the sun is up, and people are still going. We get home at 9 a.m., our friends stay until 2 p.m., and the cycle repeats itself every weekend, again and again. By the way, it took us a whole week to recover from this night.
Before we continue with our trip in Miami, I want to take a quick pause to talk about the sponsor of today's video, Founders Card. Founders Card isn't a credit card. It's a membership that gives you access to exclusive perks and preferred pricing across travel, business, lifestyle, and wellness brands. With a membership, you unlock benefits to hotels, airlines, car rentals, events, and even cruises. And a lot of the time, the deals on Founders Card are better than what you'll find on credit card rewards programs or on third-party booking sites. This really elevates the travel experience, so I always try to take a look at what's available before we travel. So for example, in Miami, look at all of these amazing options that Founders Card has. Because who can say no to luxury hotels at discounted rates, automatic loyalty status at top global hotel chains, discounted flights, access to exclusive events, and so much more. And now you can get a 1-year free preview of Founders Card, which gives you access to over 200 of their perks. And if you love it, which I'm sure you will, you'll have the chance to upgrade to their Elite program for 70% off in your first week. Click the link in my description and use my code DOTSVIP to get started.
You can't talk about Miami without talking about Cuban culture. The Cuban Revolution sparked one of the largest migrations in the city's history, starting in the late 1950s. In the decades that followed, hundreds of thousands of Cubans arrived in South Florida. What was once a small southern city became a bilingual crossroads of the Americas, something that still holds true to this day. The heart of Cuban culture is the famous Calle Ocho, running through Little Havana. And few places are more iconic on this street than Cafe Versailles. Outside, you'll find its famous ventanita, a walk-up coffee window. It's the first stop of our food tour with David's Been Here, an OG travel YouTuber born and raised in Miami.
And little counter situations like this. Is this very quintessentially like Miami Cuban?
This is the Miami. This is Miami. Yeah,
This is Miami.
Yeah. I don't
Okay.
think you could find La Ventanita anywhere else in the world. I mean, not even in Cuba. This is just something that was created here.
A caffeine fix to start the day. The specialty here is the cafecito, which begins like any espresso. But then the first few drops are whipped with sugar to create a thick caramel-colored foam. The rest of the coffee is poured over.
What do you think is special about Miami?
I mean, Miami is it's the capital of the Caribbean. It's the capital of the Americas. All the wealth of the world is literally moving here right now. So it is really having a boom. It's not the Miami that I knew back in the day, where it was more Cuban central. And then now it's like, Lux life, in terms of like Brickell and all these buildings that are being built.
So how do you feel about all the changes that are happening in Miami?
It's getting hard to live here in terms of cost of living. Living here, 50% of Miami can't afford to rent, and that's the reality. So, I'm always trying to talk about this because these are the times we're living in, and it's not easy living here, but it's an amazing city to live in. If you got a little bit of money, you have a boat, you live a great life here,
For breakfast, an assortment of Cuban American pastries, both sweet and savory, starting with a ham and cheese empanada.
We can
All right,
choose
so we're
it.
breaking the fast. Here
All
we go.
right,
Let's
toast.
go. Cheers.
Breakfast of champions right here. It's not greasy.
No,
It's very savory. I like that.
it's almost like cream cheesy.
Yeah.
And then over here next to it, we have the colada. So this is usually what people just buy and take it to work. And then you basically have coffee for everybody, right? So
They're like basically little shots of coffee. See, at this stage
Pass
of
it
my
around.
life, this is what I'd be shooting at a party. Not
Yeah.
liquor at this point. Cheers.
tell me what you think.
It's nice.
nice.
Definitely puts a pep in your step. Okay, can you
Tell me.
tell me about the chickens that we're seeing all
Oh, the
over
roosters.
city?
Yeah, but that's just this area, really. It's like a little Havana area. I don't know. They still have that culture, that vibe that like it hasn't really disappeared yet. But it's only here.
It's funny because it's such like a large, developed international city, and you see roosters running around
Yeah.
everywhere. And it's something like 80% of the people here speak Spanish as the first language, right?
You have to speak Spanish here. Like I feel like for me, most of my day is in Spanish. This is one of my favorites.
So that's guayaba and cheese.
It's very good.
I really like that. That was really good. So this is a must-do when
Yeah.
visiting Miami. So this is Calle Ocho.
Yeah, this is actual Calle Ocho.
That's what's special about Miami because you literally have people from all over Latin America and the Caribbean here. So it creates this really interesting blend.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the main thing with Miami is that because of the situations in South America and Central America, whenever there's an issue with the government, those people flee and they make their way here. And this is it. I'm excited for you guys to try this, dude.
All right.
Next stop is El Rey de las Fritas, a casual diner with the best Cuban street food in town.
So why do you think so many people are moving here? It's been crazy since COVID.
It's the weather, it's just weather. I mean, that's what it is. Like the winters, they're having 6 months of snow in New York. They don't want to be there. They want to be here. And then this city, gives you a lot of incentives in terms of like moving your money over here, and like living here.
Wow.
Perfect. Look at that.
Okay, tell me about this situation.
What do you see?
I see shoestring potatoes,
Perfect.
melted cheese, maybe a beef or pork patty,
Yeah.
onion and egg.
Definitely beef patty. These are like the crispy chips. So like small fritas. I mean, that's what the place is named after. Best way to do it is just pick it up.
The egg looks runny.
No, we need to pop that.
And this is like a classic Cuban burger?
This is a Cuban smash burger.
Oh,
No. Cuban smash burger. Look at that. It pops, bro.
yeah.
I can't wait for this one. This is going to be a good bite.
It's like pornographic, this thing.
A little bit.
Oh, that bun is super good. It's like crispy. I love the creaminess of the runny yolk. I want this at like 3 a.m. After a night out.
On Calle Ocho, roosters roam the streets freely. A funny sight in a major international city. Elder Cubans gather in the famous Domino Park, playing the game intently beneath the shade. Gimmicky music venues and restaurants lure passersby inside. And in air-conditioned cigar shops, artisans hand-roll cigars from fresh tobacco leaves, catering to tourists, yes, but also keeping a centuries-old tradition alive.
Hermes is showing us how to make a real, authentic Cuban cigar. And the smell is really distinct. Like, it's very sweet, a little sharp, and it vaguely smells like liquor, like a whiskey or something warm like that. So does one person smoke that on their own?
You know, in terms of smoking it, this is more like a celebration thing. You don't smoke it like how people smoke cigarettes or, you know, J's. It's like you're not supposed to inhale it.
So it's more like the flavor.
Yeah, it's just flavor in your palate and in your mouth, you know? So it's a Cuban seed, but they do it in Nicaragua. That's true tobacco right there.
All right, this is cool. We just got to see the full creation of a Cuban cigar, and this is how to hold it properly. Do I look cool?
Final stop, Sanguich, for allegedly the best Cuban sandwich in Miami.
This is probably the most famous Cuban food.
Yes, the Cuban
Most
sandwich.
internationally known.
The Cuban sandwich starts with a loaf of Cuban bread. Yellow mustard is added, followed by layered slices of spiced ham, roast pork, pickles, and Swiss cheese. At the end, everything is topped with butter and placed into a hot press. A few minutes later, it emerges, the perfect sandwich.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So I think the bread is really key. It's like the perfect crunch. And then the pork, it's a little gamey, but like not too much, super flavorful. It's incredible.
No, it's good, it's good. Yeah, I always say like, if you never had a Cuban sandwich, you haven't been to Miami.
We're at the famous Miami Beach Boardwalk where all the Art Deco buildings are. And there's a lot of really cool bars and restaurants and hotels lining the street. It's a very special time to be here because it is the World Cup kickoff party. So they've actually closed off this street to cars completely, and it's all just pedestrians out. And you have people who have come here from all over the world to come celebrate the World Cup and watch the games. So there's a very festive atmosphere, music everywhere, people in the jerseys of their home countries. It's a really nice time to be here and experience this part of Miami. Over here seems to be the heart of the World Cup festivities. There's like a whole marching band, it sounds like, and people are cheering and out and about, waving their flags. Lots of love for Messi and Argentina over here right now. So where are you from? So you came to Miami specifically for the World Cup?
Yes.
And how do you like Miami so far?
Yes. This is my first time, but I like it too much. It's a very fantastic city.
I love the architecture on the boardwalk.
And a lot of the most iconic buildings here are in the Art Deco style. And many of them were built between the 1920s and 1940s. They all are characterized by kind of straight lines, simple geometric patterns, rounded corners. But these specifically are tropical Art Deco. So they're Art Deco with a Miami twist. And one thing that makes them special is the pastel colors. They're really fun and bright, and I like them a lot. I think they look great. It's very GTA. So, you know, a lot of these show up in the game, and you kind of just want to like do that little swaggery walk in front of them, you know? This is Muscle Beach, and here you can see all of Miami's fat people all in one place. But jokes aside though, this is a really fitness conscious city. I think because it's so warm, you wear so few clothes, so having a good physique is just preferable. And then fitness is just part of the culture. So you can really see that on full display here. What's your name?
My name is Juan Daniel,
All right, where are you from?
Venezuelan.
Did you travel to Miami for the World Cup?
I live in Miami
How long have you lived in Miami?
5 years ago.
You like it?
Yeah.
Anything to say about World Cup week, your outfit?
De Venezuela, pero apoyo a Colombia porque fue el país que me abrió las puertas por 5 años. Entonces, ¿cómo no estar agradecido? Colombia en la casa, pero hay algo más que me gusta de Colombia y son sus hombres. ¡Qué rico los hombres de Colombia! ¡Dios mío! ¡Viva la bandeja paisa!
Are the shoes comfortable?
Súper cómodos.
Super comfortable, yes. I love it.
Miami is the capital of the Caribbean diaspora in the United States. Long before it became a global city, migrants from the Bahamas helped build it, working on the railroads, farms, and construction projects that fueled its early growth. In the decades that followed, migrants from all over the Caribbean made South Florida home. Modern Miami reflects this heritage, from its neighborhoods to its kitchens. Like this one, at B&M, a family-owned market that has been serving Caribbean food in Little Haiti since 1980.
We're from Guyana. And their food is Guyanese, Jamaican, Trini. My wife does the cooking, so she infuses the food, right? Which is very, very tasty. All the food is very tasty.
So it's like Caribbean fusion.
It's Caribbean, yeah, it's a Caribbean.
Which is very Miami, right? Because you have
Of
people
course.
from all over the Caribbean
Yeah,
here.
of course, because I'm here, 37 years, so the food is Caribbean food.
You can't come to Miami and not explore Caribbean culture. Of course, the city is very famous for its blend of Latin cultures, but there's also a massive population from all over the Caribbean here. And Caribbeans really helped build the city of Miami. So you can't tell the story of Miami without Caribbean people. And Miami is very unique because the populations aren't just from one country. It really is a blend of everyone. And you see this fusion in the neighborhoods and the faces of the people, and especially the food. This is a great example. So here we have some cow foot stew, which looks and smells incredible. This here is oxtail stew, and both are served with rice and peas and cabbage. And this here is roti, which has Indian influence, and inside you have split peas. I'm gonna try the cow foot first. Look at how gelatinous that is. I love the texture of that. It's so soft and bouncy and almost melts in your mouth. It's very well spiced. I taste garlic, onion, maybe some rich aromatic spices like cinnamon. Now let me try a piece of oxtail. This is just absolute delicious comfort food. See that? The meat is like falling off the bone. Now, last but not least, I'm trying the roti, which we saw them make in the kitchen with fresh dough and rolling it out and cooking it over the fire. It's really warm, really excited. The Caribbean has a big Indian population because of the history of colonization, and you can definitely see that influence here in the roti. So soft and delicious. And you use some spices in there, so it tastes vaguely like curry spices. It's really good.
I came to Miami convinced that this lifestyle wasn't for me. I go to bed at 10 p.m., not 10 a.m. Give me a historic home over a glass tower condo any day. And who needs a luxury car, really? But somewhere along the way, I found myself buying into the fantasy. The excess, yes, but the layers too. The mix of cultures, the colorful, down-to-earth neighborhoods, the balmy days and nights. Miami is the kind of city that gets to you. I know it certainly got to me.